It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go, set.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They run once more with Dillon, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Love with a give to Dillon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A.J. Dillon, 22 yards. And the Texans will strike first here in this wild card matchup. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Watson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road. And
they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Dillon. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up the 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he gets it down to the 32. 6-0 our score after 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Dillon. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Dillon again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard, so that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Preston Williams from 3 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They begin this drive with Chubb. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Watson off play action. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Browns. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Let's go now.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now Love. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On second down, Love once more. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing. Love. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. On 4th down, Love. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Faking the give, now Watson. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for. They failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
2 minutes to play here in this 1st half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Dillon now off the option. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Love. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. They matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw now. Here's Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Love. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Love to throw for it on 4th. Williams brings it in. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Houston. Preston Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
He's going to go up top again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
Takes it at the 7. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Chubb running right.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Flushed out right. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to throw, Watson. Dancing to his left. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. David Njoku from 17 yards out. And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. That's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Love looking to throw it. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Dillon, they try the left side with him. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To the right side, this is Dillon. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly
was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Dillon now off the option. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Love now. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins from 3 yards out. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And again, it's Chubb. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And Chubb will try the middle here. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive will take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. Runs over it, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll run with Chubb, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Watson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. That is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Love. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Here's Love. And it's knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to add speed on the ground.
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, you may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Desperation time here. Love on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.